Knock, who's there? Who that is?
There's a special guest at our doorstep. You're invited. Exclusive to Good Hope FM.
Okay, welcome to it. If you just joined in, it is the Lunch Club with C Squared. As mentioned, a special guest in the studio. She has starred in some of the greatest movies of all time, including Schindler's List, Fracture. Some of my favorite movies, actually, as well, are The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and the classic that we all know called Matilda. A true Hollywood gem grounded in South African roots. How do we describe her? We'd say elegant.
Oh, that's fitting.
Elegant, yeah. We'd say she has embarked on her entire career with grace and style.
Oh, how about fearless?
Fearless, love that. And she has represented Mzansi on the global stage. A welcome home and to the Lunch Club, Miss Embeth Davidtz. Come on!
Oh my goodness.
Come on!
Thank you.
We are so honored to have you here.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
Okay. Embeth, Miss Davidtz, you told us when you stepped in here that you had a story about the SABC studio. So before we even ask our questions, tell us your context.
Okay, let me tell you guys. First of all, I feel like we're in a spaceship. It's like being, and you guys have all these buttons and monitors and stuff. It's very high tech and fancy. But about a year ago, I was finishing making my movie. And I was doing sound in a little studio down the hallway. Aww. And every day I would go through security and I'd peer into this booth. Did you ever see me like looking through
now
the window?
Now that you say this.
Staring in, and I was like, what's going on in there? And then I saw the logo above it. It was like, oh, I see, it's a radio station. Yeah. And every morning I'd come by and there was always activity and stuff. Now I'm here myself.
And now you know.
Now I'm inside.
This spaceship, and welcome to it.
Thank
the
you.
wild side of life. It gets a bit zany, a bit crazy. It's good to see you. I saw you on Espresso a couple of days ago, so it's really nice to have you in our space once again. But in case our listeners at Good Up FM, our lovers and also our Lunch Club listeners do not know you and don't know your history, about your moves between the US and SA, remind us again about your past.
So I was born in America, but I grew up in South Africa. Mm-hmm. I'm a South African through and through. I don't think of myself as American, even though I've lived there for a long time. And I started acting here. I did theater, but then I moved to the States in 91, started working in movies, worked a lot in movies, took a bit of a break to raise my kids. Very happy I had that time with them. And then about 9 years ago, I started asking myself, what am I going to do next? And I remembered reading this incredible memoir by Alexandra Fuller, and I thought, gosh, that would make a great film. So I started thinking, let me find a screenwriter. I couldn't find one, so I started writing on it. Finally, after 20 or so drafts, I've got the screenplay that I want to make. Couldn't find a director, so I decided to direct it. And I now am here promoting my movie.
Wow.
Oh. Yes, applause. Embeth, tell us, growing up in a bilingual household as well and being fluent in Afrikaans, did that cultural blend affect and influence how you approached acting in the States in terms of mannerisms and nuances in any way?
Do you know what it gave me? What it certainly gives me when I come back here is my sense of humor. There's nothing like the sense of humor that you have, A, as a South African, and B, in Afrikaans, particularly. So I think what it also gave me, being bilingual, is it gave me some facility with language, which I think helped me. And I just think, listen, there's a depth of culture that we don't really realize we have here till you leave here.
Okay.
And my roots go deep in South Africa, and my recollections of both Afrikaans and English have blended to make me the person that I think I am. So I carry it very proudly with me wherever I go.
Amazing.
Oh, man. And there is something about being in a foreign space that makes you even more South African. Now you're holding on to that identity more than you would have before.
For sure. I think you arrive in a foreign space where I want South Africans to know this too, because everyone's like, oh, America's better. Oh, I want to aspire to that. Honestly, go there and then check in with yourself, and you will go, this is okay, but I love what I have. I love what I am. I love where I come from.
Sure, that's beautiful. Forget the land of milk and honey.
Yeah.
Like, let's stick with our pap and wors, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Because that's real and it's what we know. It's authentic.
Look, unless it's Miss Honey, that's the only time you can remember milk and honey.
We'll get into Miss Honey in a little bit. But I did want to talk about that first role that you auditioned for and landed, and how, like, what frame of mind were you in? Was it in the US? Was it here? Before the big break, do you remember your first role?
Well, my first role, I was still at university when I got Romeo and Juliet, and I played Juliet for KPAB. So my first professional job I came actually to Cape Town to do, which was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Terrifying, amazing though. Started to learn fast and on my feet. And then I'd say in the States, As soon as I landed, I started very quickly auditioning, and it's very different there. It's a factory. It's fast. It's furious. You're getting thrown sides. You learn quick. And I think my theatre background really prepared me for that. Terribly nerve-wracking to do it, but something about live theatre probably prepped me the best for it.
Agreed. It's like live broadcasting.
Yeah.
You've had such a wide range of performances from Schindler's List to Matilda, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Do you have a certain role throughout your career? This is a hard one, I'm assuming. It's like choosing your favorite child or song.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular role that stays with you throughout your entire career?
Okay. Oh, that's a hard one. I have a few.
Okay.
So I was talking about this yesterday, and I said what it feels like. It feels as if these are all years of my life. It's like if all of you look back and you go, how do I describe myself? I look at myself over a period, chapters of my life. So Schindler's List was a very young me. It was a very vulnerable me. Yeah. It was me starting my career. By the time I did Matilda, that was me more in my adulthood, able to tap into a softer side of myself and a more playful side of myself. By the time I did Junebug, which is one of my favorite films as well, I was more sophisticated. I was older. I had a little more irony and maybe more of a sort of sense of humor about myself, and I could use that in the role. You know, I think each of my roles sort of captured a piece of me. I don't have a favorite. Probably if there's one favorite, I'll give you one little, sometimes my favorite child is Miss Honey. And it's Miss Honey because she lives on, and a lot of grown-ups now come up and say, oh my God, I loved you as Miss Honey, and so I'm happy she's stood the test of time.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I am fangirling just a little bit. I'm looking at you going, like, this is the Miss Honey from Matilda. And I told you this before, I'll tell you again, you literally have not aged today. Like, you look exactly the same. So it makes it even more special, like looking in your eyes, knowing that you were on my small and big screens growing up. But when it comes to being in Matilda, I mean, in the moment when you were there, did you know this was going to be a classic? Could you feel something special about being there?
You know, definitely something special about being there. And I think it comes down to what Danny DeVito did as a director. I knew we were doing something that felt like a comic book blown up, that felt like magic blown up, right? So there was this sort of magical being, that existence that we were in. And I loved that character. She was so, I developed a walk for her. I had her little hairstyle. I had her hanky tucked into her watch. I had her shoes. I had her little basket that I bought for myself at a flea market. And so I loved that experience, but I think a lot of that came from Danny DeVito, the director. He sets the tone. He was always fun. He always made it magical with those children, and it was a loud set, let me tell you, with like 20 children on the set screaming, and 7-year-olds actually. But it always comes from the top, and he set a wonderful tone. Yeah,
that is beautiful. You've worked with a host of other actors that have, like you, graced our screens for many, many years. Are there any particular actors that you would say on screen we expect them to have a certain personality off screen that are completely different?
You know who is very different?
Who's that?
I'm going to give you a little gossip.
That's what we need.
And he wouldn't mind me saying this, Steve Carell.
Tell us more. He's one of my favorites.
You worked on the morning show.
Morning show. So I played Steve Carell's wife on the morning show. Steve, who is so funny. I mean, so funny. Funny in a scene as well. He had a scene where he smashes up a television set and he uses the golf club and all that. Quiet, so shy. So quiet. Robin Williams, similar thing.
Wow.
So both of those guys, comedians, larger than life comedians, incredibly shy and quiet in real life. Robin I got much closer to because I had a longer period of time of actually working with him, and I saw a very sweet, vulnerable man underneath all of the funny stuff. He's just a very tender guy, and I think what they do is after they are such big funny characters, they take a rest. They take a breather in between, and so they're quite shy between those takes. But Steve Carell surprised me that he was just a very shy, actually shy, quiet guy. And one of our first scenes, we had to lie in bed next to each other. So we didn't have to do anything. But even just lying there, I was like, my God, this is so uncomfortable because he's so shy and quiet. I can't just sort of chat to him in a relaxed
to create
way.
rapport.
I'm in a nightie. And he's in boxer shorts. We're under the covers. And he's not making small talk. But he was a very warm, lovely man, just very shy.
Interesting.
Because that's what I was going to ask you. So obviously we've seen you in all these characters on our screens. And again, it's so crazy to have you here in front of us. Do you have moments where you've also got to switch off? Or do you kind of carry the same quote unquote persona on and off screen?
I'm always the same, to be honest. And I admire my actor friends who go into another universe. Those guys have to switch off because I think when they're on, they are on. As a comedian thing, that's a different thing than a normal actor. But I do have actor friends who are very, what's that word? Method.
Yeah.
They're very method. I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe that's not so good. But I just always am myself, I think. But when I go on, I just need probably 5 seconds to gather myself and then dip into the character. But I can get out of it pretty quickly as soon as they say cut.
Okay.
You're out. You're done.
Yeah.
That is incredible stuff, man. Any industry that we embark on over a period of time has highs and lows. What has kept you grounded and motivated through some tough times in between certain shoots or during even?
To be honest, probably again my upbringing. I had a very simple, very down-to-earth, very South African upbringing. There were no airs and graces.
Yeah.
My parents aren't like that. My friends and family are not. And then kept me, I don't know, that kept me sort of, it was like my energy bar that I would eat in little pieces when I first particularly went to America before I had my own family. That was probably the hardest time, before I had found my own family, created my own world. And my trips back to South Africa would refuel that. But I would say my garden, I love my garden. I love gardening. I love reading. I love being outside in nature. Whenever COVID really began to get me down towards the end. Just being outside in the sun would help replenish my soul, I guess, or reading a really good book, or even trying to draw watercolors. Creating something always helps me feel better.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Said like a true creative
Yes,
as well.
yes.
All right, we've got Embeth Davidtz in studio with us. The phenomenal superstar has graced us with a presence and honored us when it comes to our invitation for You're Invited. In a bit, I personally want to find out her favorite Afrikaans phrase.
It gets a bit exciting in the next part of this conversation. We do some quick fire questions and there are 2 surprises for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope you're ready.
Knock, knock, who's there? Who that is?
There's a special guest at our doorstep. You're invited. Exclusive to Good Hope FM.
And thank you so much for being here. I see that Chef Eugene is in the building. Hello, Good Up FM family. I'm in the car tuned in, and I needed some of your energy to get my life together with this beautiful day we're having. Sending love and appreciation to you and Embeth. And yes, Embeth is still here. I did warn you we were going to come through with some quick fire.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Don't think about it too
Ready.
much.
Okay.
Are you aware of South African cuisine, right?
Yes,
You know
of
some
course,
food.
yes.
Okay, here's a preference. Tell me which one you choose between a bunny chow or a Gatsby.
Bunny chow.
Okay, a beach day in Cape Town, right? Clifton or Muizenberg?
Clifton.
Bryce Staple, boerewors or kebab or society?
Oh, boerewors.
Oh,
all the way.
100%.
Okay, which local saying or slang do you still find yourself saying from when you grew up? Any particular word that you'd use?
Moenie met my vroetel nie.
Wait.
We need some horns. Yeah.
Say that again, Embeth.
Moenie met my vroetel nie.
Okay.
I don't
Period.
even use the word
Yeah.
vroetel anymore, but
No,
it's
they
like
don't.
if people are bugging me, that's what I say.
Do you ever use the word shame? Do you?
All the time.
Yeah.
So that one is there, and there are others choice words I won't use on the radio.
Yeah.
I save my South African sayings for when I'm really mad.
Thank you.
You just whip them out. Okay. If Matilda had to be remade today, who do you think would be cast as Miss Honey?
Ooh. That's a good one.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Listen, they did a beautiful remake, the musical with Lashana Lynch. I thought she did a great job. So, oh my goodness. Give me 1 second on that. I don't
Okay,
wanna
think
hold
about
up.
it. Think about
Yeah,
it.
I think
lost
that's
that thought.
it's a big role to quickly answer. You can come back to us on that one. Let's say, speaking, which South African actor or actress would you love to work with that you haven't worked with yet? Or actually any actor or actress in the
You
world.
don't have to stick to SA.
Yeah,
That I haven't worked with.
yeah, in the world.
Meryl Streep.
Oh,
I'm
Wow.
an oldie at heart.
yeah.
I love her.
She's the best.
But she's intergenerational. My generation loves
She's-
Chad, like
Yeah.
people, my
She's-
parents.
Listen,
Yeah.
with the young, there's so many young up-and-comers that are incredible. I mean, someone like Tom Hardy, such
Yeah.
a wild of live wire of an actor. There's so many. The young girls coming up are incredible. Sydney Sweeney is fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think these kids even train necessarily. They're just inherently good
Yeah.
actors.
Wow. It's good to hear you say that. What's one guilty pleasure, pop culture obsession right now that you are into? Whether it's a podcast or a Netflix series or even a TikTok trend, what are you into? What are you watching?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, please,
My
please,
kids,
please.
yes, and actually Taylor Swift, because we went to the concert and I just fell completely in love with her again. So on the music front, it would be that. Netflix, we're watching this show Smoke with Taron Egerton. Are you guys
Actually,
watching
I
it
watched.
here?
I'm only on episode 2 at the moment. Taron is incredible as well.
He's an amazing actor. So and Derek Lehane, I think that's his name, who did that series, did Blackbird with him as well, which was spectacular. So I love that too.
Yeah,
I
really
can't
good.
believe Embeth Davidtz is a Swiftie.
I am.
This is what we've
a
confirmed.
late Swiftie, late to the game.
That's
Once
okay.
I saw her in concert, and my daughter explained the significance of all the songs and the meanings and the secret messages
red
and everything.
scarf.
She's amazing. Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
Embeth, if you weren't in the arts, what job would you secretly love to try? Maybe even just for one day.
I would love to be a florist.
Okay.
See, I actually am Miss Honey. I'm a little nerd at heart. I love gardens. I love flowers. I love flower arranging.
Yeah, the
Such a
green
nerd.
fingers.
Sorry, I can't say something exciting. That's the truth.
No,
What's your
that's-
favorite flower?
A peony. Do you get
Oh,
those?
yes.
Yes,
They are
round
rare,
ones.
I had peonies in my wedding bouquet, and they were because I was married in June, and they were the size of cabbages. So I had these exquisite sort of cabbage-like, soft, fluffy blooms that every June I buy them for myself.
That's insane.
You got to get some peonies at your
I
wedding.
asked. They're not
Okay.
in season right
Yeah,
now.
they're not.
Yeah, I
No,
wanted
and
peonies and lilies.
And I love a rose as well.
Ooh.
Classic.
A classic,
Classic.
fragrant rose, but I
Yeah.
do love a peony.
A red rose?
Any rose.
Any rose.
Any rose. All roses. Just one that smells good.
I was going to say, by any name, it'll smell just as sweet. We love that. How about your most memorable Hollywood meet cute you've ever encountered?
What's that?
What's a
A meet cute is like that moment, okay, it is kind of romantic, but it doesn't have to be, when you engage with somebody for the first time. Like you're walking down the street, he knocks your bag, you pick it up, he picks it up, you lock eyes.
I never had that, but I will say that on a set, I'm taking my own liberal interpretation of what meet cute means. But when I did Dragon Tattoo, the day that I worked with Daniel Craig,
Yeah.
because we were meant to do the 2 follow-up, but they never got made because Fincher got into a fight with the studio. But Daniel Craig, I had a moment.
Tell us about the moment.
The meet cute was just, he's so handsome in real life. I'm very happily married. I don't
Yeah.
ever look at anybody else and think I want to be with anybody
Right.
else. He just is incredibly charming and incredibly handsome. And I think I sort of stumbled on my words, or I wasn't cool, I'll say
I
that.
can imagine that because I think from the outset he has a character that is very similar to an older version of Tom Hardy. He's a bit robust. He's a bit,
He's a man.
He's
I'm giving away my type. I said Taron Egerton, Tom Hardy, Daniel Craig. There you go.
they all English as well.
Yes, and my husband's not like that at all.
Hopefully,
Hey man, there's
yeah.
fantasy versus reality.
Yeah.
We all play that game. That's totally fine.
Oh, man.
Have you ever fangirled over anybody?
You mean in person?
Yeah, in person. Not even in a romantic sense. Like, for
You know,
example, just love their work.
Yes. So, oh my God, you guys catch me on the spot. My brain doesn't work that fast. So, I mean,
You're doing great.
I think Anne Hathaway,
Oh.
because after Batman, we went to her wedding. And the reason I fangirled that day, and I think sometimes Annie gets a bad rap, people think she's insincere. But the thing is, she was so fantastic in Les Mis and in Batman
Yeah.
that I fangirled after that at her wedding, where she wore a pale white descending into blush pink gown. That was the most
Wow.
beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Her hair was still short from Les Mis, and she had this hairpiece that was like something from the 1920s. I fangirled.
Okay.
Are you a fashion girly?
I am, but a quiet one. I'm not a big, loud, what's the word, label wearer.
Yeah.
I've always loved beautiful things. And I think because I used to be so poor, I really do love beautiful things, and I love being able to get myself something nice, or when my husband spoils me with something nice. I just love something that's beautifully made. Yeah.
I think you also understand how to make beautiful things and the time it takes when it comes to your art and your craft. So you probably also respect that when you get a gift from
That's
somebody.
I
That is
love
beautiful.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's, again, I sort of said something to my husband the other day. I was talking about, I redid our living room, and I was really particular about pillows that I'd found in Italy and this incredible fabric and embroidery on it. And I chose a wallpaper that had this soft sort of silver light in it, and I said, I want that to reflect the pillows. And I was trying to explain to him, I said, I'm not buying or getting just for the sake of it. It feels as if this is a creative process. When I'm not writing or I'm not directing or I'm not acting, this is creative. Like making a flower arrangement is to me. You know?
Right. Oh, now I'm gonna book you for my wedding, man. I've got no choice now to get Embeth Davidtz. Come on, man.
If anyone can get you peonies, it will be her.
It'll be her.
Yeah, cabbage
The size of
size.
cabbages.
When's your wedding?
In a month from today.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm
It's-
excited and
we
nervous.
also excited, and I think we see each other. We all see each other 5 days a week
Yeah.
for about 4 hours. So we spend a lot of time together. Just we all bounce things off each other.
Just slow this time down. Just enjoy this time and make the day slow down. Our wedding went so fast. There were so many people to talk to. There were so many things I was worrying about. And the day went so fast. We didn't even eat anything. I didn't sit down once. Just try and make time slow down and enjoy it.
Oh, so
Okay.
beautiful.
Beautiful words by Embeth Davidtz. Go
So
ahead,
we have a
Chad.
little tradition on the Lunch Club for You're Invited, where last week's guest writes a question for this week's guests, and they don't know who it's going to be.
Ooh, okay.
Right? So we have something for you. I'm going to hand the book over to you.
Nothing too serious. Don't worry.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, on the right-hand side. Now, Brooklyn Barbie, to explain, is a content creator and someone who is doing great work in the community. They are a hairdresser, right?
Hairdresser, content creator, just all around incredible person that's really fed back into the community, doing
that.
like the other hair
Doing the
of
girls' hair
the
in
girls'
the
hair,
community.
and it's quite an underprivileged community.
love
So
that.
really just giving back in the best way.
Yeah.
And they've left a question for you.
This is beautiful. She said, if you could tell your younger self something to do different, what would it be?
Wow.
So, and I'm saying this to anybody out there who knows me or wants some advice from me, who's younger than me, it would be this. Don't worry so much.
Yeah.
I think if you follow your heart and do the thing that you love, everything will come to you. The path opens. It just always does.
Sure.
It always does. So don't be fretting and
Yeah.
worrying and spinning your wheels about it. Rather follow your heart and everything comes to you.
Oh, man.
Follow your heart.
Follow
man.
your heart. Embeth, you're going to leave a question when we finish up our conversation for next week's guest. We don't know who it is yet, but they'll get it next week. It's been a fantastic conversation. We said we had 2 surprises, right? That was
That
the
was
first
one.
Yeah.
I think that there's another one coming.
There's
and
another one on the way still. And,
I just kind of feel like I want to look to the right of the studio.
Oh.
And I also feel like maybe, Embeth, you've had more sugar in this last couple days
God, you guys.
than you've had in a while. So we've made a plan
yeah.
to Brucey
Brucey.
to get you a Bruce chocolate cake.
Yeah.
It is indulgent.
Incredible stuff. Sweet revenge.
We're pouring
Wow.
more chocolate on top of chocolate.
And then do
Yeah.
you pull that thing off? And then this goes on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can sprinkle that on top now if you
Yeah.
This is the thing with South Africa. I told you this the other day. No one makes cake.
Like
No
we
one
do.
makes sweets like South Africa.
Yeah.
So the one time I will indulge myself is when I come home.
Just a bite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just a bite.
Just a bite.
So Embeth is going to raise the cover.
Bruce's face, essentially.
Yeah.
Count down 3, 2,
2,
1.
1. Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, wow. Wow.
warm.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Oh my God, it's warm
Wow.
chocolate cake,
Warm
you guys.
chocolate
Okay,
cake.
let me taste.
So
And
the-
it does direct you. It says you got to eat it like Bruce.
Yeah.
This is from.
So this is basically the cake that was created,
my
inspired by Matilda, the movie,
Yeah.
Oh my
right in
God.
front of you, to our listeners right now.
Do you know what's incredible? It's actually not too sweet.
It's
Oh.
not?
So the cake itself is not overly sugary, but then the ganache on top is nice and sweet. So you can pick how much ganache you put in each mouthful. I'm having a second one.
Okay.
Really good.
Oh my god. A second
Delicious.
bite.
Yay, Miss Honey.
Yes. Miss
Yes.
Honey.
Thank you.
Embeth Davidtz with us today. Thank you so much for this conversation, for our time. I know there's a few things going down in SA right now. Does it feel good to be back?
It feels great to be back.
Okay, lovely. And apparently some folks are seeing you later.
Yeah, I'm going to see you a bit later. Listen, I'm going to
Where
dress
you
up for
going?
you, even though you said I mustn't dress up for you. I'll do it. We're going to go watch something incredible. Just remind us again about your directorial debut that's being screened in Cape Town tonight.
Yes, it screens in Cape Town tonight. And tomorrow we have our big Johannesburg premiere, and then it opens in theatres on the 25th. My film, Don't Let's Go to the Dogs Tonight, which is based on the incredible memoir by Alexandra Fuller called by the same name. And yes, it was a big surprise in my life. It's when people talk about their laat lammetjie.
Yeah.
This is my laat lammetjie. I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know my life would take this course, and it's been an amazing journey.
Sure, if the trailer is anything to go by, I'm going to be glued to my screen. And yes, the popcorn will be done before the movie even starts. Okay, one thing to end off. Finish this sentence, please, Embeth Davidtz. South Africa will always be
My home.
Miss Embeth Davidtz, thank you so much for spending some time on The Lunch Club.